Dude, I saw someone call it Amish not NASCAR.
Yeah,
I saw that on Facebook and I was like, man, that's
that's right. Forgot
go
about
Kentucky,
that.
bro. Like,
Not just regular NASCAR. We love Amish NASCAR.
right, like it's really bad. Like when NASCAR is more progressive than your state, like sport. Like,
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Interest of the greater good for me to smoke a joint and calm down.
I am the greatest. He'll fall an eight to prove that I'm great. And if he keeps talking jive, I'm going to cut it to 5.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Ville Chillin' Podcast. Today, we are continuing our 7 days of Derby with episode 6. Man, one more till the big day.
dude, it's been a long week.
Been a long week.
I've been drinking coffee.
Just to stay awake, you need that caffeine.
I mean, Derby's been busy, so I've been drinking like coffee.
Mint juleps.
Nah, I've I don't want to overdo it. You know, I might start making my heart beat and stuff.
Yeah.
The caffeine with the alcohol, you know, it's just.
Yeah, they had to stop selling that stuff, or they did for a while anyways.
Dude, I think they're bringing it back.
Not
did.
for the Derby.
They did, like, they replaced the Four Locos. They got these things called like the bangs. They got the bangs mixed with like the alcohol. They call them like, there's one that was called like Bango Mango, dude. It was.
That sounds terrible.
It was like let's stop drinking.
Probably gonna cut most of that out.
No, not even like part of it, dude. Just keep it going. It's
Anyways.
Oaks. We partying.
So it is Oaks Day, and if you haven't seen the other episodes, make sure to check out the last 5. We've covered quite a bit of general information and history about Kentucky Oaks and the culture and everything surrounding it, surrounding the Derby.
Everything from like drug dealing horses to like
Not drug dealing horses, drug using horses.
whatever, man. It's wherever the money's at.
So with that, Oaks is actually just as old as the Derby. I did not realize that. It started in 1875 along with the Kentucky Derby, making the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby the oldest continuously contested sporting events in American history. No other sporting event has continuously ran for this long, including other races and everything. So that's pretty huge right there. If you missed the initial episode, you should definitely go back and watch it. But the race was founded, the Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby was founded by Meriwether Lewis Clark Jr., who was the grandson of Clark from Lewis and Clark and their adventures. The Kentucky Oaks and the Derby, so they're modeled after British racing, which Meriwether Lewis Clark went to England and went to a jockey club and saw the races and everything and wanted to bring it back here. And that's how it all started.
Dude, I saw someone call it Amish not NASCAR.
Yeah,
I saw that on Facebook and I was like, man, that's
that's right. Forgot
go
about
Kentucky,
that.
bro. Like,
Not just regular NASCAR. We love Amish NASCAR.
right, like it's really bad. Like when NASCAR is more progressive than your state, like sport. Like,
Oh man, that's amazing.
Kentucky economy's just over here booming, bro. Like, we got
The good old Kentucky economy.
man, we got liquor, toothpaste, we got fucking Amish NASCAR. Do you guys? We're going to the moon, bro. We said Aegon Center, like
Hey,
halfway up there.
Buzz Aldrin was the Grand Marshal of a Pegasus parade.
That was a good year, dude. Like, we're checking all the boxes.
Oh man. So the Derby is obviously the biggest. The Kentucky Derby is one everybody knows about, but the Oaks has really gained a lot of steam as well. It attracted 100,000 people each year since 2001's 127th running of the Kentucky Oaks. That's a lot of people. In 1980, attendance was only about 50,000. And by 1989, about 67,000. So it just keeps growing and growing. Of course, with that, ticket prices get to be a little bit more and more, but I guess that just goes with it. That's why they have the Thurby, as you can learn from our last episode. So one major difference, or the biggest difference really, between the Oaks and the Derby itself is the Oaks is for the fillies, the girl horses. And they get a garland blanket of lilies instead of the roses for the Derby. The Kentucky Oaks, the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes, and the Acorn Stakes are counterparts of the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing, known as the Triple Tiara of thoroughbred racing. So I don't think the Kentucky Oaks has always been part of it. There have been a few different variations of the Triple Tiara. I know it says 2 fillies won the series of the Kentucky Oaks, the Pimlico Oaks, now the Black-Eyed Susan Stakes, and the Coaching Club American Oaks in 1949 and 1952. However, press did not designate either accomplishment as a Triple Crown, quote unquote. The original Triple Tiara consisted of 3 races at Belmont Park. There was the 1 mile Acorn Stakes, the 1 1/8 mile Mother Goose Stakes, and the Coaching Club American Oaks, which varied in distance from 1 1/4 to 1.5 miles. So it's kind of, it doesn't really spell out specifically when the Kentucky Oaks has actually been a part of it in this Wikipedia article about the Oaks, but either way, we know it was at least twice in 1949 and 1952. So, pretty interesting there. Oaks, again, it's just another really awesome event drawing a lot of attention and a lot of revenue for the city and the state. And it's still kind of a local event. A lot of locals here do go to the Oaks from all over Kentuckiana. It's usually in the infield, and there's musical attractions, boardwalk games, food, alcohol, of course, mint and juleps. I still don't get that.
Man, there's a lot of people that be calling in on that Friday too.
Oh,
like if
yeah.
you're, when you go to work on Friday, it's like empty office or something. That's why.
Well, it's funny you say that, because it says right here, most every school and quite a few businesses in the Kentuckiana region treat the Oaks as a holiday. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Dude. I didn't even go to school back then, like on the Oaks.
Yeah, it says perhaps out of self-consciousness for the gambling aspect of the race, none of the region's schools declare that the holiday is explicitly because of the Oaks, and most simply say it is an administrative holiday. We don't want to teach kids to gamble, get drunk, and pass out on the infield and be degenerates. I respect that. Good call, schools. Good call. They're like, no, save that for Saturday. We don't do that on Friday. Unless you're Catholic. Fish fries.
For Jesus.
Oh, man.
Dude, think about that, though. Again, like, why is Kentucky, leading, number one at being last to education? Well, every year we get a whole week off for a horse race. Like,
and drunken debauchery.
America, Kentucky. Dude, now it all makes sense. Like, that's why Gonzo, dude. Like, that's why Hunter S. Thompson, got over.
Yeah.
Like, after this, he was like, oh, like, that was an experience that he, highlighted better than anyone.
He literally said it was a debacle, didn't he?
Debauchery.
That was like the title of the article. Oh, man. Which, if you want to know more about him, we have an episode on him, too.
Man.
Go Hunter.
R.I.P.
So some records around the Oaks. The fastest 8th mile was just beat in 2020. She Dares the Devil is the current record holder for the speed on that 1 1/8 mile track, which it has been 1 1/8 miles since 1982. So the largest winning margin, dude, 20 1/4 lengths. Like, is that right? Is that a typo? 20 lengths? How?
Did the other horses know they were racing?
Dude, I don't. They had the carrot on backwards. It was behind them, I guess. Like I don't
Lapping
know.
'em.
I really don't understand how that happens, man. Because going back to the history of the Derby, the largest was like 8 links. You know, and even that sounded impressive. But 20 and a quarter, and they weren't doping the horse. Like,
Allegedly.
Oh, well, yeah, allegedly. Just can't use it on race day. That's what we learned. Check out the controversy episode. The longest shot to win, 47-1 in 2006.
Dude, that payout was probably like it had to be one of the biggest ones.
For the Oaks at least, but remember the Derby had 91-1 odds back in 1913. So I think a $2 bet turned into almost $200 or something. Pretty
Back
crazy.
then, dude, that was shit. That's good now.
It was, yeah, that's a good win now,
Right.
yeah. But back then, it was a lot harder to give up $2, you know.
Right.
But yeah, there's some other stuff here as far as, you know, most wins by jockey and everything. But something I found interesting is only brothers to both win the Kentucky Oaks: Carl Shea Goose and Roscoe Tarleton Goose, 1913 and 1916, respectively. Pretty interesting.
Wait, the
to me.
Goose. What did that say? The Goose brothers are cousins of Lewis Clark Jr. Okay.
Oh yeah. So that's that sounds interesting. Like I wonder how old they were because he started it in 1875. So this is like 40 years later, 50 years later.
When you're
40.
older, I think your bones hollow, so it made them go faster. I think.
Oh man. Either way, who knows? That's kind of, I don't know. That's just really interesting, the timing on that. But yeah, that's the Kentucky Oaks. Not as much history to it. I mean, it's obviously not as big as the Kentucky Derby. Well, actually, it is the third largest race in the U.S. Where did it say it? Can't find where it said it now, but it was saying it was the third largest. Okay, yeah, the attendance of the Kentucky Oaks typically only trails the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes. So it's even bigger than the Belmont Stakes and the Breeders' Cup in North America. So the Oaks is pretty damn big in its own right. One pretty cool thing that I think they do every year is they really encourage people to wear pink or incorporate pink into their outfits in support of the fight against breast cancer and ovarian cancer. So having had multiple people in the family with breast cancer, I think that's pretty cool. Why it's always, pinked out.
See, I always thought that was just like solidarity with like the Easter Bunny or like like spring, but yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So anyways, with that, I think we will end it off with our picks for the Oaks. Who do you got?
What was it? Zing Zang?
Jin.
Jin's gonna win. Yeah.
Number 7 again. See,
Yeah.
this man can't even remember the names of the horses he picks, and he thinks that good thing they don't depend on you.
Jin's gonna win. I don't, dude. Like even rhymes.
Do you remember the name of the male horse you think's gonna win the Derby?
Oh, the one that's gonna win. It's Never Ending.
No.
Ever Ending.
No. Ever Ending is his career.
Wait.
Endlessly. So you got Endlessly and Jin.
Endlessly, yeah, is gonna win.
But we know Resilience is going to win the Derby and Regulatory Risk is going to win the Oaks. I think horse names are always pretty damn interesting, but the Oaks horses, the names are even more wild than the Derby horses, for real. I mean, there's some pretty Lemon Muffin, like Ways and Means.
Manama Gold?
Yeah.
Manama?
Our Pretty Woman, Candied, Scalable, Band of Gold, All Things Go.
Yeah, some of these names just sound like an acid trip inspiration or something. Like,
Yeah, pretty wild. But with that, you got anything else to add, man?
Nah. I'm excited for the Derby. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live. Hopefully, live. If not, see y'all next time.
Yep. With that, happy Oaks, happy Derby. Go resilience and go regulatory risk. And we will see y'all next time.
Yeah.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Interest of the greater good for me to smoke a joint and calm down.
I am the greatest. He'll fall an ace to prove that I'm great. And if he keeps talking jive, I'm gonna cut it to 5.